wilder and harder to believe. Over time, the legend of...
Yo, bro. Tell. Alright, everyone. So we back with another video about urban legends that turned out to be true. True. The fuck that mean true? Now you know it's true.
Yeah, nigga. What's good with what?
Why the fuck you got that mask on?
Gotta be ready for anything at all times, nigga. Talking about, man. Shiesty T. Instead of Brainy T, it's Shiesty T. Yup. Everybody follow me on Instagram. It's called Shiesty T. We almost at 200 followers. Make sure you follow me up.
Chilling scares. Hope this damn urban legend ain't come after us.
You gonna explain to them what happened to that one video when it was at 3 o'clock in the morning? You said the dog was barking at the chair.
Bro, I swear to you, my dog started barking at 3 o'clock in the morning at the chair that T is sitting on right now. 3 o'clock in the morning, bro.
I have to sit in the chair, by the way.
Like, I'm telling you, bro. I don't do this medabble. What's this shit? Fuck.
You don't do it. That's all I can say.
The spriteral shit.
Sprite. Did you just say Sprite?
Spideral.
Spideral?
Spideral.
Spideral?
Yes.
This nigga just said he went from Sprite to Spider.
Spideral.
Spideral.
That's what it's called.
Okay.
These damn spideral shits. I don't do the spideral shit, bro. The Sprite is like, I don't know. Well, let's get into the video.
You gonna turn the lights off?
See?
It got good quality too. What the hell is that? Annotations. What's that?
Oh no. Oh, it's this.
That's his channel? Okay.
Oh, well. Let's get into it.
West Hobart Haunted House. West Hobart is an inner-city suburb located in Tasmania, Australia. Over the years, dozens of allegations of supposed hauntings, ghost apparitions, and other...
I gotta say something. Why is there so many spiritual shits in different countries?
It's like different universes for them.
Like,
amen.
Other paranormal activity have been made by tourists and residents of West Hobart.
And that mess with me, Shiesty
And
T.
it's honestly not too hard to see why, as West Hobart is a pretty old town with a generally creepy vibe.
Like
As is usually the case, most of these stories have either turned out to be fake, or the people making the allegations didn't have enough evidence to support their
we're going
claims,
into a
which
fucking
makes
room
it
with a
almost
green
entirely
light.
likely that they're hoaxes. But as it turns out, at least one of these stories actually has some amount of truth to it. Back in the late 80s and mid-90s, rumors started spreading of a house in West Hobart that was apparently so haunted it drove its residents insane. At first, the rumors created a huge buzz all over town, with the locals doing everything possible to stay far away from the alleged haunted house. It wasn't until months later that the authorities got involved and finally got a clear picture of the situation. While it was true that the house's residents appeared to be going insane, it didn't have anything to do with paranormal activity, but with the fact that a datura vine had been growing through the trees directly above the home and dropping leaves into the family's rainwater tank. For a long time, the family had been inadvertently consuming microdoses of the plant every single day, which made them slowly but surely start to lose their sanity as they sank further and further into delirium. In case you've never heard of it, datura is a species of plant within the nightshade family, also known as Jimson weed, the devil's weed, or devil's trumpet, and you'll...
You just said fucking devil's trumpet.
Yeah, nah. I'm just getting bad vibes from watching the damn video. Me getting bad vibes. Is that something like odd to you?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Oh, you're good now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm great.
You gonna say that and the dog start barking?
See why in a second. Even though the plant itself looks pretty harmless, it's known for having extremely powerful hallucinogenic properties, which is why it was used for centuries by Native American tribes in coming-of-age rituals and other important ceremonies. The Aztecs also used datura as a painkiller in certain rituals, namely in ritual sacrifices, and it's also commonly used as an ingredient in the ritual of zombification in the Haitian voodoo religion, where it's referred to as the devil's cucumber.
Just say zombie.
Man, get the fuck out of here. Zombies? Man, no goddamn zombies.
Remember that zombie deer disease I used to have? You used to see like like deers walking around looking like zombies. I swear to you. Search it
Man,
up.
get the... What?
There used to be like deers walking around looking like zombies. It's called zombie deer disease. Okay, what the fuck? Nigga, what? What was the point of that?
Wait, what was it? What was it?
Zombie deer disease. Look at the images. Nah, look at the third one.
Oh, hell no.
Of hallucinogen, and there's a reason why it's really only ever used in hardcore spiritual rituals and ceremonies, and sometimes by naive people who have no idea what they're getting themselves into. In low to medium doses, datura causes extremely distressing, delirious experiences, and in higher doses it can lead to paralysis and even death. Nowadays,
Fuck was
datura is
that?
recognized by
What you
most
talking about?
tribes as a highly toxic
The fuck
and
just
dangerous
touched
plant,
me?
and have
What are you talking
understandably
about?
stopped using it.
He's tripping, Joe.
Before we move on, I wanted to take a minute to talk about War Thunder, the sponsor of this video. As of recently, I've had a growing interest in his killer who lost his son and resorted to stealing other people's children to deal with his grief. According to the legend, Cropsey also had a hook for a hand, scars, burns, and open wounds covering his entire face and body, and a generally horrifying appearance. Considering the mass areas of uninhabited woodlands, it's not all that unexpected that a tale like the legend of Cropsey would make it into the mainstream culture at some point. Unfortunately, this wasn't just a tall tale made up by Staten Island parents to keep their kids from venturing too far into the woods and getting lost.
I don't
Although
even
the
go in
legend
the woods
has
at
some
all.
obviously made-up elements, such as the hooked hand.
Why does he look like that? That's him?
Was it supposed to be him?
Bro, who goes to the woods in the middle of the night?
Who the fuck going to the woods if you see some shit like this?
I wouldn't even be in the woods. I'd be in the bed.
Man, what the fuck you going in the mud? The
The woods?
the woods in the middle of the goddamn night. Who going to the goddamn woods?
Not me.
Not me.
What was in the woods for them that they needed to go out there so desperately in the middle of the night?
It was cracking.
It was that devil telling him to come
Than
get
the
this crack.
horrifying scars and burns. At some point in the early 70s, children in Staten Island really did start disappearing. That's when the line between legend and reality started to blur, and the story of the real Cropsey immediately replaced the urban legend. This is the real story. Andre Rand was a man from Manhattan who was born in 19...
Bro, looks stupid. Why does he look like that?
Bro, why does he look?
Hey, it's like Michael Jackson's cousin. Look at his eyebrow. We got a unibrow, a little unibrow.
Whoa. That shit about to connect.
Yeah, bro, like what? Yeah, look at it. Like, what? Bro, he got a lot of stuff going on here. Look at his eyes. Yeah, no.
1944 and moved to Staten Island in the late 60s. After working for 2 years at the infamously brutal Willowbrook State School for Children with Disabilities, Rand was arrested in 1969 and served over a year in prison for the attempted attack of a 9-year-old girl. As soon as he was released 16
Man, what's
months
up with these 9-year-old girls?
First it was Diddy. Now it's him. Who's next? Oh wait, R. Kelly.
Nah, I think it was like 16. He was like
A
30.
kid's a kid.
Just like Chuck E. Cheese, man. A kid can be a kid. Right? Chuck E. Cheese?
You better watch out for that mouse.
Nigga. I go to Dave and Buster's, nigga. Why you think I go to Dave and Buster's? The big boy games.
later, reports started cropping up of more little girls disappearing all over Staten
Why is it
Island,
little girls?
including 5-year-old Alice
This is not
Pereira,
boys.
who was playing in her building's lobby when she suddenly disappeared without a trace. Over the next decade, Rand was the prime suspect in the disappearances and deaths of several other young girls.
Oh, that's where that picture
That's
came
that motherfucking picture.
from. Why? Wait, that's like, look. This is like, what, 9 minutes in? No, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, right?
Is it it's the thumbnail.
Is it actually?
Yeah. It's the thumbnail.
Or 5 minutes in?
It's the thumbnail.
How, what? The thumbnail doesn't start till like 3 minutes into the video.
Look, was it?
You sure that's the thumbnail?
Yeah, it's the thumbnail. First of all, let's go at this.
Hold on.
Bro. Right? Like, who, like... Why do you need to put a reward? Like, be for real, bro. $5,000 just to look for a kid, bro? I'll do that shit for free. Like, what the fuck? If I see the kid, I'm taking the kid. I'm going to take it to the popo.
So like 2 seconds into the video be a thumbnail. So why would it give us a quicksand moray at 5 minutes? Okay.
This shit, bro.
Why does she look like that?
That was back in the day. They didn't like the ink wasn't good.
Bro.
You saw a real picture of her,
Yeah.
but like $5,000 to rescue a kid. Like no one got no heart. Like you just gonna let the kid die? Like what the fuck?
Crazy world we live in. Shiesty Tito.
Yeah. What?
In the area. But it wasn't until 1983 when he picked up 11 kids from a local YMCA and brought them fast food before taking them to the airport that
Look
he
at
was
their
finally
eyes,
arrested
man.
and sentenced to 10 months in prison again. Throughout the 70s and 80s,
Only 10
dozens
months?
of young
Black
kids
person was there
disappeared in
25
Staten
years.
Island, and although Rand was often the last person to be seen with them, there was ultimately never enough evidence to put him away for a long time. For many years, he would often be seen hanging around young kids, going on walks with them, and even taking them to lunch and dinner with him in
Why does he
local
look familiar?
restaurants. After years of letting him walk the streets as a free man, police would finally have a breakthrough in the case in 1987 when they found undeniable evidence that Rand had been behind the disappearance and murder of Jennifer Schweiger, a 12-year-old girl
Oh, she
with
does
Down
look like that.
syndrome. In 1988, he was sentenced to 25 years to life, and while
There
he was
we go.
behind bars, more and more evidence was found that tied him to several other disappearances in Staten Island in the 70s and 80s.
Mind you, this is Staten
Unfortunately,
Island.
he was only charged with one additional major crime in 2004, which was the
2004, bro's in jail already, yeah.
kidnapping of Holly Ann Hughes, thanks to which he will spend the
This is on July 15, 1981, near Richmond Terrace. At Park Avenue in Staten Island. She was 7 years old.
next 13 years behind bars until 2037. If he lives that long, he'll be 93. by the
Yo,
time
we're
he
almost to
gets out.
2037. You know that, right?
Yeah, we
The
are.
main Herman.
He died.
No, he has to be still alive.
Cropsy.
There's no way he's dead.
What's his name?
Crop Topsy. Okay, talent. Taker.
I made a movie about him.
You sure that's the right movie?
Yeah.
Trying to watch it?
Their youth has actually come true. 2 filmmakers dissolve mystery surrounding 5 missing children.
So is he dead or?
25 years in prison. He went in at 2004. This time it was done. Was he live? Doesn't say anything. He is still alive.
That's Reddit. Reddit says anything. Here, what's his name? Okay.
There's nothing on Google about him because he's not irrelevant. Let's see. Is he still alive? Jasper Francis.
Nigga, what?
What the fuck is this?
Bro, what?
Bro, what? This is not him.
Bro, what's his? Like, go to YouTube, bro. It should say his name on the bottom, bro.
That's definitely not him. His name is it's Crosby. Look.
Yeah. How you spell it?
Cropsey. That motherfucker, he's still alive, bro. James Crosby, is this him? Nah, he looked like he was living his life.
Yeah.
Nah, that's not him. He died in 2023?
That's definitely not him.
Yeah, nah. James Francis Crosby. What is Staten Island? Man, fuck him. Fuck him. Fuck him.
13 years behind bars.
Wait, hold up. His name is Andre Rand.
Andre, what?
He's still alive. So you gotta just do your research, man.
Still alive. He's still alive.
Yeah.
Fuck him.
In Hermit.
Fuck him.
The Kennebec Valley
Fuck
is
him.
one of the most beautiful regions in Maine, with over 5,000 square miles of forests, rolling hills, and natural paradise
Yeah,
surrounding the
right.
Kennebec River.
Hmm?
Many cabin owners of the North Pond area
Hey,
and
we're
the
just
Kennebec
incarcerated.
Valley
He's
have
dead,
described
right?
the area as the most peaceful place on Earth.
Incarcerated?
Yeah.
But it hasn't always been that way. All throughout the
Wait, I think the music.
What'd you say?
Incarcerated. Look. Incarcerated?
Say it again.
Incarcerated, nigga. Incarcerated? Wait, does that mean he's dead?
You said what?
Wait.
Incarcerated?
Whoa, he's still alive.
He's still alive?
He's 81.
Well, he about to get out soon. What? Ain't no one kill him in jail?
No.
They pussy.
They killed Jeffrey Dahmer.
They pussy. But they can kill Jeffrey Dahmer, right?
Well, that guy had a.
Oh yeah. Well, he just you know.
Well, he ate people, bro.
Okay. This guy took kids.
Yeah, Jeffrey Dahmer took kids and ate them.
No, he took people around his age and he killed them.
And he
and
took
ate
some
them.
kids too, and ate them. And he ate those people he took around his age too.
Fuck that.
Took his heart out the body, ate it. Put some salt and pepper on it.
Man, they should have unalived his ass in jail. Him too.
80s, 90s, and early 2000s, there were reports of over 1,000 break-ins in the North Pond cabins. For decades, nobody knew who was responsible for the thefts, especially since they were always carried out when there was no one home. As the cabin owners soon noticed, the break-ins seemed to follow a pattern, always peaking in the days before Memorial Day and after Labor Day. As for the stolen items themselves, they ranged from food to cooking utensils to books to propane tanks to toiletries of all kinds. In the
looks
absence
fresh,
of a
bro. What?
concrete
Is that some
suspect,
cooking
the
spray?
locals eventually named the thief the North Pond Hermit, even though by this point there was nothing to suggest the break-ins were being carried out by a single person. Although it wasn't uncommon for groups of homeowners to venture out into the woods to try to find the North Pond Hermit, they never found a
Why
trace,
would you go
which
looking
only
for
added
someone
to the
like that?
legend's mystery. One afternoon in 2002, 100 people attended a North Pond homeowners meeting, and when someone asked how many of them had suffered break-ins, almost all of them raised their hands. As you can probably guess, the North Pond Hermit quickly turned into somewhat of a boogeyman, with the legend frequently being shared over campfires in the area. For years, nobody thought that the person or people behind the break-ins would ever be found.
So like that person that breaks into people's houses is actually real, and they just never found him. That sounds like the Watcher.
Motherfucker. Let me tell you something. You think I'm gonna be in a damn campfire in the middle of goddamn woods talking about a damn hermit? Hermit. Hell no. Nope. You doing that?
Man, I don't even go to campfires.
I don't either.
But in April 2013, a man named Christopher Thomas Knight was arrested in the middle of the...
Yeah, he looks like he'll,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He look like he'll
Break into your house and start eating a sandwich.
Yep.
Yep.
They just make a whole sandwich, get some chips with it.
Yep.
Nice cold glass with ice and
Yep.
Coca-Cola.
Yep. Sit in your diner.
Mm-hmm. Read the newspaper.
Yep. Ask you how you're doing, and then out of nowhere run to you, smack you up.
And then take everything in your house.
Yep.
Yep.
Even your Xbox. Start playing your games.
Yeah, you take my Xbox, I'm gonna kill him.
Invite you to the party. Starts talking to your friends.
Yeah, hell no.
woods in the North Pond area by an officer who had made it his sole mission to bring the thief to justice. As soon as he was brought to the police station, the cops asked him why he wasn't answering any of their questions. At first, it seemed as though he was having trouble speaking, but eventually he responded that he was ashamed of himself. As it was later revealed, Christopher had been living out in the middle of the woods by himself in an unheated nylon tent, surviving only on the things he stole from nearby North Pond cabins. Shockingly, he had survived winter temperatures of 20 degrees below zero for years and hadn't been to a doctor or taken any from nearby North...
Saying this motherfucker stole a bed at someone's house. Someone got the balls to do that, bro.
How you still a big old bed without getting noticed, though?
Like, how the fuck you just let someone walk inside your motherfucking house and be like, yeah, I'm taking this motherfucker. And just walk right out with the big ass goddamn bed. Right out the front door with that motherfucker.
And no one came outside?
No one looked around, nothing. You can't miss the motherfucker. Look at it. They taking propane and shit. Taking milk carts.
You don't even have you don't even have a grill.
Yeah, like what the fuck? Yeah, hell no.
North Pond cabins.
Still in the goddamn.
Shockingly, he had survived winter temperatures of 20 degrees below zero for years and hadn't been to a doctor or taken any medicine for 3 decades.
Nice.
What's most incredible about the hermit's story is that for the
bro could have like stage 4, all types of stuff, and he's still alive. Yeah, what is this though? He stole garbage cans too?
entire time he lived in the woods, he didn't have a single conversation.
Well, that's where my garbage cans is going, huh?
Except for one time when he ran into a hiker and only said hi. Understandably, Chris had lost interest in keeping track of time, so when he was asked how long he had been in the woods by himself, he replied, since the Chernobyl nuclear meltdown, which took place in 1986. As investigators later found out, he was 20 years old when he decided to become a hermit, just a couple of years after high school, although he never gave the authorities a real reason why he decided to disappear.
Oh, he looked like
in
that?
all his years of isolation, he went to extreme lengths to preserve his privacy. He
At least
never
he got some
lit
heat
fires,
now, right?
only moved at night, and hadn't had any kind of communication with the rest of society for more than half of his life. He'd never driven a car, sent an email, or even known what the internet was until his arrest. Interestingly, as the cops dug deeper and deeper into his story, they realized that his only real possessions were his glasses, which he had been wearing for 30 years and could even be seen in his Lawrence High School yearbook picture from 1984. Everything else, down to his underwear and jacket, had been stolen. After the investigation, Knight was sentenced to 7 months in prison, after which he once again disappeared. According to the cops, he's now living a
7
quiet
months?
and peaceful life in rural Maine.
Wait, rewind that? You're lying. He only spent 7 months in jail.
Throughout the late 1980s and 90s, rumors of
Oh,
a
so he's still
massive
around
bodybuilder
there.
called Purple Aki began to surface in the
Wait,
northwest
what's his
of
name?
England. According to the allegations,
The main-
Purple Aki
the
would
main
supposedly
hermit?
Nah, he
walk
dead
the
by now.
streets of Liverpool, hunting
sure?
down young, muscular men
He
and
old as
rugby
hell.
players,
He
and
didn't take
oddly
care of his
asked them
body.
if he would let them feel their muscles.
He's cooked.
If they complied, he would allegedly squeeze their muscles for much longer than was considered socially acceptable and would then ask them to perform squats so he could feel their quad muscles. Some teenagers reported that Purple Aki even went as far as to ask them to pose for him and often offered exercise and nutrition advice for those who gave him the time.
You're pausing.
Because the rumors
you said
were
he was
so
dead,
incredibly ridiculous, nobody really took them too seriously.
Oh, you said he was dead. Probably got more subscribers than us.
Probably. What the fuck?
Alright, my fault. I didn't even see who this guy was.
Purple Aki. Throughout the late 1980s and 90s, rumors of a massive bodybuilder called Purple Aki began to surface in the northwest.
Why does he
of
look the
England.
guy from
According to the allegations, Purple Aki would
Blindside.
supposedly walk the streets of Liverpool,
Michael
hunting
Orr?
down young,
Yeah.
muscular men and rugby
He
players,
definitely does.
and oddly ask them if he would let them feel their muscles.
What?
If they complied, he would allegedly squeeze their muscles for much longer than was considered socially acceptable, and would then ask them to perform squats.
It
so
looks
he
it
could feel
looks
their
like
quad
it's
muscles.
been lately.
Some teenagers reported that Purple Aki even went as far as to ask them to pose for him, and often offered exercise and nutrition advice for those who gave him the time. Because the rumors were so incredibly ridiculous, nobody really took them too
McCrispy.
seriously at first, and eventually the story of
That's
Purple
now.
Aki turned into an
That shit
urban
wasn't
legend,
there
with
back
crazy
then.
details being gradually added to the
Good, bro.
tale,
Hold on.
including one where Purple Aki would allegedly swallow teenagers whole if they let him feel their muscles. But as time went on, it became clear that Purple Aki wasn't just a made-up character created by bored teenagers looking to get some laugh from their friends, but a real person named Akiwal Arobic. Aki was often seen traveling across England by train carrying a plastic bag and asking young men if he could feel their muscles. Naturally, this made a lot of people uncomfortable, and it wasn't uncommon for Aki's face to be featured in local newspapers after several encounters with the law. Most of
League
the
stars.
accusations against him were related to his creepy behavior around teenage boys, but around 1986, the story of Purple Aki took a really dark turn. Early that year, 16-year-old Gary Keller was walking home from school when he ran into Purple Aki, who immediately asked to feel his muscles. Freaked out by the weird request, Gary said no and ran away. Later that same year, Aki followed Gary to a local outdoor swimming pool, and when the teenager noticed, he ran to New Brighton train station and jumped onto the railroad tracks to get away from Aki. Sadly, the story ended in tragedy, as Gary was accidentally electrocuted by one of the rails. Considering the whole thing happened because Gary was being chased, Purple Aki was convicted of involuntary manslaughter, charged with harassing 14 different teenage boys, and sentenced to 2.5 years in prison.
Two?
In 1988,
What?
Aki
That's
filed
right.
an appeal and complained that the only reason he had been convicted was because he was black. Ultimately, the judges agreed there
You're
was
very
enough
active for
evidence to
fucking
prove Aki had been
squeezing little
directly
kids'
responsible
muscles.
for Gary's death. And believe it or not, he was freed and awarded £35,000 in compensation.
What?
Between 1988 and
They got it
2006,
different over
Aki went
there.
in and out of jail for failing to resist his compulsion to touch, feel, and measure other people's muscles. And in 2003, he was arrested for an additional 15 charges of harassment and witness intimidation, for which he was sentenced to 6 years in prison. Just like any other predator, he was also forbidden from waiting outside schools in the area. A few months later, he was jailed for 15 months for getting up to his same antics. Upon his release, he was once again arrested a few weeks later in 2010 and then again in 2015. After his latest release, he reportedly moved to Leeds, where rumors started cropping up that he had passed away during the pandemic. However, those rumors were put to rest when videos started surfacing in 2023 of Aki walking
That's
the
why-
streets of Leeds asking random dudes to, you guessed it, feel their muscles. As of today, Purple Aki is alive and well, and will probably continue in his same behavior with or without permission for many years to come.
Do him for your muscle.
Leiloyan.
Hell no, what the fuck?
According to a Swiss urban legend, people have allegedly
Fuck
been
you look at me
running
like
into a
that for?
mysterious human-like figure in a freezing forest in the western part of the
Chill,
country
bro.
near the town of
Wait, I want to
Wallace
see what
since
this
the
guy
early
is. Purple
2000s.
Key, that's what's going.
He's still alive. He said it.
Purple Key, Purple Key, Purple Key. How come I feel like I?
Based on the dozens of allegations that surfaced over the years, the figure has been described as being around 6 feet tall and always wearing a vintage-looking gas mask covering his entire face, a boiler suit, and a cloak. Most people who supposedly ran into the figure reported he or she was completely harmless, but this didn't make the encounters any less terrifying, and it wasn't uncommon for people to report the figure to the police when their children reported feeling scared. As expected, it didn't take local residents long to start adding their own crazy twist to the story, with some claiming that the creature was the ghost of a mentally unstable soldier, while other popular theories assured it was an alien. For a while, the story was classified as an urban legend, and the mysterious humanoid was given the name Lei Loyan, also known as the ghost or the Hermit of Malls. Throughout the early 2000s, Lei Loyan was mostly the subject of local oral legend because there was no real evidence to support its existence. But in 2013, the story gained international attention when the Swiss/French newspaper Le Matin published the first ever photograph of Lei Loyan, which was sent in by a hiker. After the photograph was published, there was no turning back, as people from all over the country started to make trips to the woods outside malls for a chance to catch a glimpse of Lei Loyan. The last known sighting of Lei Loyan took place in June 2013 when a local woman named Marianne Desclous saw the figure clutching a bunch of flowers as she was walking outside. Later that year, Lei Loyan's clothes
I thought he about to pop
up.
up.
Woods, along with a written note titled "The Death Certificate and Will of the Ghost des Malls." In the letter, Lei Loyan accused the media of having murdered a harmless being by revealing its existence and turning him into a circus freak. The letter also mentioned that due to the unwanted attention, Lei Loyan had to abandon its daily walks, which were referred to as happiness therapy in the letter. After the cryptic note was published in the newspaper, many people concluded that Lei Loyan had taken its own life, although this has never been confirmed. As of 2024, nobody has ever seen Lei Loyan's true face, and many people have theorized that the figure was possibly a woman with a facial disfiguration who didn't want people to see her, which is supposedly why she wore the gas mask. But this line of reasoning will probably remain unconfirmed forever. The Bunny Man.
The Bunny Man?
In the early 70s, dozens of locals started reporting that a man dressed up as a bunny
started
haunting the residential neighborhoods around D.C., Maryland, and Northern Virginia. Although dressing up as a bunny in itself seems pretty harmless, what made the encounters a little scarier was that the guy would allegedly threaten children on the street with an axe and frequently vandalize people's property for no apparent reason. Even though sightings of this so-called Bunny Man were pretty rare, they seemed to follow a pattern, as the man usually appeared in secluded locations where there weren't a lot of witnesses. The story itself has a lot of elements of a typical urban legend.
Are you walking in a dark-ass
It's
alley?
kind of hard to believe, but through my research, I found that it's all loosely based on a true story. In 1970, a couple was parked in a driveway close to a bridge on Colchester Road in Fairfax County when suddenly a random guy appeared out of nowhere, yelled at them for allegedly trespassing, and threw a hatchet at their car. Terrified, the couple left the area immediately before they had a chance to get a good look at the guy. As they reported the incident to the police, they mentioned the guy had been dressed in light-colored clothing and may or may not have been wearing something white on his head. Although the couple never mentioned anything about a bunny in their statement, as soon as the story hit the news, people started claiming that the hatchet thrower had been wearing bunny ears. Pretty soon, rumors of a man in a bunny suit threatening kids in the woods with a hatchet started
just see what this guy looks like in a bunny suit, bro. He probably looks so retarded.
As the years wilder and harder to believe. Over time, the legend of...
Yo, bro. Tell me something else that I have not seen in my goddamn life. What the fuck is this? There's no way this motherfucker walked around with a damn bunny suit. Easter bunny looking ass motherfucker. Skippity doobity doop, hop, hop, hop. What the hell are you wearing?
Yo.
He dead ass like he wants to be a bunny. Like, bro.
Yo.
He's definitely like one of those weird ass people would be like, hey kids, you want some Easter bunny eggs? Like, what, bro, like.
Got it. Something else, man.
The Bunny Man has become pretty mainstream, with the bridge on Colchester Road even being renamed as Bunny Man Bridge.
What?
As of the uploading of this video, the legend has now been standardized and goes something like this. In 1904, there was allegedly an asylum close to the bridge on Colchester Road. As soon as it was built, a bunch of Fairfax County residents started complaining about the idea of having an asylum full of mental patients so close to their homes, so the authorities supposedly put all the patients in a bus and transferred them to a nearby prison.
Okay.
But on the way to the prison, the bus crashed and all the patients escaped.
In every goddamn horror thing, bro. The bus crashed.
As the story goes, a few hours later the cops had successfully located and brought back all the patients, except for one guy by the name of Douglas Griffin. This is where the legend gets a little weird. Allegedly, the fugitive patient hid in the woods from the authorities for weeks. As the days went by and the cops did everything to find him, rabbit corpses started to appear in the middle of the woods, which led everyone to believe Douglas was eating bunnies to stay alive. Then, one Halloween night, a group of kids were hanging out near the bridge on Colchester Road when they suddenly saw a blue orb flashing in midair. A second later, they were all strung up like bunnies hanging from the bridge.
What?
As the legend goes, if you go to Bunnyman Bridge on Halloween night at midnight, the same thing will happen to you.
Really? You trying to go?
What the fuck I look like going to this goddamn motherfucking bridge?
Hey, where is it at though? How many times is this?
Virginia.
The true story of the Bunny Man North from Virgin.
Ain't one motherfucker.
I went yesterday. It was awesome.
Well,
Is that the end of it? Wait, he got some more
that's
to
the end
say.
of
He got some more things to say though.
Obviously, none of this is true, but it just goes to show how much of an impact the story of the Bunny Man has had on mainstream Virginia, DC, and Maryland culture. Nowadays, there's even Bunnyman t-shirts, a Bunnyman horror movie franchise, Bunnyman beer, and everything in between. Needless to say, the area surrounding the railroad overpass near Fairfax Station is now a major attraction for both tourists and locals alike, and will probably remain that way for many years.
Alright. Well, I don't see Sam and Kobe going to that bridge anytime soon, am I right?
yeah, fuck no.
Yeah. They go anywhere else. They go to the whatever hotel. They go to anywhere with the ghost detectors, but they see something like this is real, so they didn't go to that. So I say it's fake. 100%.
Yeah, no, this shit is definitely fake as hell. I don't recommend going though.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. How do you feel about that, man?
man, fuck this shit. I retire. This horror game bullshit. I retire.
Horror game. Horror videos?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, for like $5 million, would you go to that bridge?
No.
$2 million?
No.
$100 billion?
How you go from 5 million to 2 million, and then 100 million?
I guess we'll never know.
Well, that concludes today's video. Y'all have a good one. Y'all stay blessed.
Hey, remember that one clown that used to pop out? Like, his name is,
No. Alright, that concludes the video.